So good morning, y'all. I want to talk about a couple different things this morning, and I got a couple different points I want to drive home, but I'm just going to talk and see which direction it goes in, all right? So I was just thinking about how when I got my second barbershop, right? And before I was about to do it, actually right after I did it, I was home and I was talking to my fiance. At the time, she was my fiance, but anyway, I was talking to my fiance, and I was talking about how I don't really remember exactly what we were talking about, but somehow we got on the subject of me having opportunities, and I was telling her how basically I do what I want to do. You know what I mean? I create my own opportunities. And what she was saying was that the only reason why other people don't do what I'm doing is because they don't come across the same opportunities as I do. And that pissed me off so bad. You know what I mean? Like, it pissed me off so much because I was explaining to her, like, no, everybody has the same opportunity. Like, anybody could have done what I've done, but they didn't because they didn't create that opportunity for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to explain to her, like, it wasn't luck that I was able to open up those barbershops. It was the initiative that I took that allowed me. Because you got to remember, the first time I opened up the barbershop, the first one I had, I saw an opportunity. I saw a barbershop sitting there that wasn't open, and I decided to go home and act on that opportunity, draw up a plan, and negotiate with a person who I was already in business with, who actually owned that barbershop, and then I took it over. So that was the first way I got that one barbershop. Then the second barbershop I got, it was similar, but instead I didn't know the owner of the building at that barbershop, so I saw a barbershop going out of business and negotiated with the landlord at that barbershop to take over. So I negotiated with the landlord at that barbershop as well as the barbershop owner, because they were two different people. Because I had to get the equipment from the barbershop owner, and I had to get the new lease from the landlord. You see what I'm saying? And so in both of those instances, it took for me to get creative and figure out a way to have them allow me to start that barbershop. And in both instances, I didn't have a lot of money. All right. But in both of those instances, I probably started with less than $500. All right. So what I'm trying to say is, first of all, later on, she ended up changing her mind and realizing that I was right. And the way I was able to do that was because I show results. You know what I mean? Because time after time, I keep doing business after business. I keep telling her what I'm going to do, and then I turn around and do it. And it actually happens, so that I give results. You know what I mean? And so that's the one lesson I want to teach y'all of this. If you have a significant other who you feel like might not 100% support you, or might not 100% believe in you, and I used to accuse her of that, and she felt like I was wrong, but either way, she's on board completely now. You know what I mean? I feel like the reason why I feel like I was able to change that is because I showed results. So my advice to you is, if you have a significant other that you feel like isn't 100% with you, then get some results. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it pisses you off if you feel like that. So kind of be what's the word I'm looking for? Spiteful, maybe, or kind of seek out revenge a little bit on that. You know what I mean? You want to kind of almost prove them wrong. You know what I mean? But not to the point where you hate them, but just kind of be slightly resentful to help use that energy to motivate you to keep going. You know what I mean? Because who else better to stimulate you and push you more than the person that you love? You know what I mean? And you want to prove to them that you really are who you say you are. All right. So that's one way. What's one lesson I want to tell you is how you can to get your significant other and family and people who you love to believe in you is you got to give them results. All right. You got to show them better than you can tell them. The other lesson I wanted to give you is this: if it can be done, that means that it's doable. And that's something that I learned in the military. because, and I know because I always get on the military, and Isaiah texted me late last night about that. I'm always jumping on the military or whatever. So I want to give y'all something, and I want to say that I did learn that lesson in the military. If it can be done, then you can do it, because that's what motivated me whenever we used to do, because we used to do some crazy stuff when I was in there basic training, and I used to be like, shit, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this part, you know what I mean, because of different obstacle courses, different little simulation missions and stuff like that. I'm pulling up to the gym, so y'all just gonna have to sit here and look at these cars in the parking lot for a second. And I also only got like a minute left, so I got hurry up and talk storage on my phone. But I used to always look at the what we had coming up for today, and I used to be like, shit, how am I gonna get through this today? And what I always told myself was this: if it's been done before, it can be done. You know what I mean? If somebody's done it, it can be done. So it's no need for me to be afraid, because I know that I can do it, especially when I was probably the most physical fit person everywhere I went when I was in the military. All right. So that's one of the lessons I wanted to give you. And also, don't think that you don't have the opportunity, or you don't get the opportunities that other people have, because you do. You just got to get creative and open your eyes to them. All right. I always thought that I couldn't create a digital product or a informational product simply because I was a franchise owner. And I'm like, well, I can't teach people how to buy a franchise, because anybody can go buy a franchise. It's not like I started from scratch. But I've been proving that wrong and knocking that down time and time again. And as I go on, I'll show you even more how much that's not true. So it's opportunities in everything. You just got to get creative enough and open your eyes and see what's really there. You know what I mean? Napoleon Hill said it best, that, and I'm not directly quoting him, but basically, everything you need, you already have. All right? So that's all you need to acquire riches. So anyway, I got 12 seconds. So thank y'all for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. This is AJ Simmons. Good morning. Y'all have a productive day, and I can't wait to talk to y'all again at 12 o'clock. Come back, chill with me. Thank you.